And welcome back. I'm punching you guys because I cannot kick like Guy did, okay? Because the way I'm seated, my feet don't reach that high. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Nate the Human, and today I will be ranking video game logos for you guys. That's right. Last time I did this, you can watch it right here, I ranked anime logos. This time it's going to be video games, and if, I get bullied for my opinion, I'm gonna cry. Because last time I did this, I ranked just logos, not even the show. I just ranked the logo of One Piece, and I said it wasn't very good, and people just completely try to bully me off the internet. I don't like that, okay? I wasn't talking about the show at all. I was talking about the logo. So same thing here. I'm going to be ranking only the logos for these games. So my opinion on the logo has nothing to do with the game itself. And the way I'm going to be ranking this is going to be through a tier system, because tier systems are the easiest way to rank things here online. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to be doing about 15 of these, maybe less by the time I edit this. I don't know. It's going to be at least one. So yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, first logo I'm going to be talking about is the classic Super Mario logo. It's very iconic, I would say. If you see the font, you know the font, you know the color scheme. It's, I guess, everything that a logo could be during the time of the release of these games. I have no problems with it. Like I mentioned, it is iconic, and you do recognize the font and color scheme, which is probably the best part about it. But there's not a whole lot going on in the logo. It just says the name Super Mario Brothers, and yeah, it's just not enough for me. And for that, I'm going to give it a B. It's gonna belong in the B tier because it's very middle of the pack. Nothing too crazy going on. I do like it, but it's just, it's just. All right, next one, sticking in the realm of the classic video games, something that has just the name but a little bit more going on is going to be the Tetris logo. This logo, love it. I love the typeface. I love the the block. Each block has a name. I don't know what the name for this one is. Maybe I should look it up. Oh, okay, so this one is called a T-Wee. So that T-shaped block, yeah, it has that in it. Yeah, so I mean, there's some more stuff for you guys to dive into. Find out the names of Tetris blocks. But yeah, for this logo itself, it does, like I said, just have the name in it, but there is a little bit more there to it, which I do like, and it shows you kind of like what the game's all about. You stack blocks, and they're very interesting shaped blocks. So for that, I think I have to go A tier on this. I do like the color scheme. It's not an S because I feel like there could still be a little bit more you can do with it, but like I mentioned, I do like the layout of it. I do like the color scheme. It shows you the game itself, and yeah, it's just a fun name to say too, Tetris. Like, does that mean anything? It probably does too. I'm not gonna look that one up though, because that's gonna be too much work to look that one up. So yeah, Tetris logo, solid A tier. Waka 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 waka. Okay, so the Pac-Man logo. This I think could be the first S tier. That's right. It does kind of just say the name Pac-Man, but the shapes and the colors, it pops for me. I don't know. It's just very like symmetrical and blocky, and it just feels like bold in your face. Also, it has Pac-Man in it as the C, which is clever. I like when they do that. I also like when movies do like say Creed 3, but the 3 is the E. Doing that is just like, it's so clever. It's easy, like it's low hanging fruit, but for me it works every time. I'm an easy person to please. But for this one, yeah, I think Pac-Man's logo's got to be an S tier. It's just everything it needs to be. I think the Miss Pac-Man logo too got a little bit better. So starting off with just regular Pac-Man being an S tier, crazy. They're designers for these logos. They just really knocked it out of the park. And yeah, do very much enjoy Pac-Man's logo. Pac-Man game is also fun. I feel as though it's kind of dark with this lighting, huh? It's like in my face, but it's not. Maybe, I don't know. Does it look dramatic to you guys? Look at this. That's some natural sunlight for you. Okay, so next up, the next logo is going to be Street Fighter. I think I have to go double S tiers back to back. Street Fighter's logo, the typeface of it looks just so cool. It looks like it's doing a punching motion. It looks like the airwaves with like an anime and shit, where you see like it just reminds me of that. It's in your face. The colors are nice. It feels very like of the time, where it's just kind of like a lot going on, and it's just like radical. I guess that's like the only word that comes to my mind. But Street Fighter's logo, it's just iconic. The little world behind it too, with the map and everything, and it's a great logo, and it just feels like S tier to me. It does what Pac-Man does, but a little more. Like it has more shape to it. So another S tier, but showing you like the varying degrees of what an S tier can be. And it's just like, yeah, Street Fighter logo. So sick. Great font. Every time you see that font too, you're just like, oh, Street Fighter. Which a lot of these are going to be like iconic fonts, of course, but just like, yeah, Street Fighter just, it hits you right in the face. It's downright fierce. I love it. All right, so moving into like the more modern game, I guess, modern era, it's going to be the Grand Theft Auto logo. Now, this one is just words, which I don't think they have like an image for their logo. It's just like these. That's all I've ever seen. But it's funny. It's funny because like the Rockstar logo is so synonymous with Grand Theft Auto, so I feel like it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. But no, just the Grand Theft Auto logo itself. The font has become super iconic. But whenever I see it, I just think of like knockoff shirts with like SpongeBob blinged out, and it just says like with the Grand Theft Auto font, like, oh, the West Side's Finest or something like that. That's just what it reminds me of. And yeah, it's cool. I like it, but it's not anything crazy. So for that, I think I just have to go like C tier. Very middle of the pack. It's just depending too much on the font itself becoming iconic, which it did, but just they could have done more. I don't know what more, but it's just, yeah, that Grand Theft Auto part of it is just like, it's okay. Okay, next up is a logo that just straight up says the name of the game. No actual image for it as well, but this one does it a little bit cooler than Grand Theft Auto in my opinion because there's a little bit more going on. It's going to be the Minecraft logo. I like this one because it has the blocks and also has the character like hidden inside of it, and the shading on it's really nice, and it just feels like in your face. It's a good logo. It's a good logo, but I don't think it's S tier because it's just, I don't know, there's something more they could have done here with it. I don't know exactly what. Maybe made like some other letters, like different materials from the game, but it's cool. I like it. It's very much A tier. It's not S tier quite yet. It could have been there, but it's an A tier logo. Very nice, Minecraft. You did a good job. Okay, so the Ratchet and Clank logo, I feel like this is a logo that tried to do a lot, and it kind of missed the mark because like there's a ratchet in there, like the shape of it, and like a bolt kind of, and it has like the metals that kind of match Clank with the colors of Ratchet. It's a lot, but it's also not over the top, but it's just, like I said, it tried to do a little too much. It got too cute, and it kind of just like missed it for me. So I think I don't want to go D because it's not a bad logo, but it's very middle of the pack, so I guess I have to go C tier with this one as well. Yeah, it was almost there. You guys just kind of like adjusted too much. You put the brightness up too much, and you're like, oh no, it's too bright, and it's just, you can't go back now. It's permanently bright. So yeah, Ratchet and Clank, C tier. All right, so for your Xbox lovers out there, we have Halo, this logo. You know, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. I don't feel like putting it as an F tier, but like if I had to put an F tier one, it might be Halo. It has the Halo in it, which is kind of cool. Its font is okay. It could be a little better. It's just not a lot for me. I'm not really liking this one. I think I have to put an F tier because it's just, I need an F tier, and this one has to be it. I'm sorry, Halo fans out there. Again, it's my opinion on the logo, not the game itself. So don't kill me for that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put Halo's logo as an F. Yeah, that's where we're going with that one. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, here's a logo that kind of teeters on like the F or D because of what I mentioned about Halos. Like it kind of does the same thing, but it gets a little bit of a pass because it kind of fits in the realm of the game. Talking about The Last of Us, its logo, I have to go with just a straight up D tier because it just says the name of it and it's black and white, so it's not a whole lot going on there, but I just like the aesthetic of the letters looking a little bit like more weathered. So for that, I'm gonna just have to go D, but also because it's my favorite game of all time, I can't make it lower than a D. I'm sorry, Halo fans, you're probably like, what the fuck? This is the same thing. It's the same argument, but it's not. Okay, in my opinion, Last of Us has a slightly better logo, okay? I'm sorry. And since we're kind of already at the bottom of the barrel here, let me just keep it going with Resident Evil 6's logo. Specifically, Resident Evil's logo is fine, but the sixth one, this one, it got a lot of flack when it came out in the first place, but it still has not improved within time. I know it's like a 6 with like the virus, but it just has always looked like to everybody a giraffe and a dolphin doing the, 69. Nice. Oh yeah, so for that reason I have to go with F tier because it just doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like, and people unanimously talk crap about this one. So yeah, F tier, Resident Evil 6. Probably the only one that actually deserves to be down there. Okay, fine. I'll move Halo up. Halo's a D tier now, and Resident Evil 6 will be the definitive F tier criteria. Okay, so they're Halo fans. All right, going back up to the top now, we have the Mortal Kombat logo. This logo is the first, I think, actual logo we have. It doesn't even say like the name of the game. I think there is a version of it, but the one I'm picking specifically is just the dragon, which is cool. The first time we have like something like an image that represents what the game is, and for that I have to go A tier because it's brave to do it. Although there are fonts for it, but if they wanted to, they could just put like the dragon on there, and you're like, oh, hey, that's Mortal Kombat. I know what it is. And yeah, so as far as that goes, that's gonna be an A tier because of just the bravery alone to just have that be a logo, and it becomes so synonymous with the title that you can just look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's Mortal Kombat. I don't need you to tell me what the game is. It doesn't have to have the typeface on it at all. So yeah, Mortal Kombat's logo, A tier. And now I'm gonna wrap it up with some just absolute S tiers. I'm gonna let you guys know right away, these are gonna be S tiers back to back. First one is going to be Joust. This is sick. I feel like, of course, if you have an arcade cabinet, you kind of have to like fill it out a little bit better. You can't just put like, you know, one little thing here and there. And this one really filled out the cabinets, and it just has like the actual images for once. Like it's not just like a typeface. It's just like a guy fighting another guy, horses, jousting, fire, the colors, the like the 8-bit look of it. It's just iconic, and this kind of like shows you the degression, I guess, or regression. No, I think it's the depreciation. There you go. That's probably the word I'm looking for. The depreciation of logos throughout time. How it was so over the top and like a lot of images, and it kind of just became the name of your game, which I guess is kind of like the world of design anyway. It kind of has become more minimal throughout, and every sort of, I guess, form of media and things that we consume is just like, it needs to be very minimal so you know what it is. No, this one is just like over the top, and it has these colors and images, and just for that it has to be S tier because like this is what a logo could be if we, you know, this is what they took from us basically. So yeah, Joust as a logo, S tier. And then this next logo is just going to get an S tier because it looks so badass and it fits like the theme of the game. And it's just like all about being a badass and killing and just rock music and just like vibes of that sort. Doom, the logo is going to get an F tier because, I mean F tier, sorry, S tier, that's a mistake, Freudian slip maybe, no. S tier, yeah, Doom's logo is just like, perfect. Typeface, bold, strong, iconic, and it's just like, you can tell that it looks like kind of like on fire, you know what you're getting into. Very much so, like if you see this, you kind of, if you've never played the game before, you kind of get an idea of what it could be. Like it looks like metal and fire and like rock and roll, baby. That's what it reminds me of. So Doom's logo will be getting a definitive S tier. So that is, yeah. And that is going to be it for the logo ratings. Of course, there are hundreds and thousands of games that I could have done, but these were kind of the ones that looked the most interesting to me and kind of showed like what logos could be for video games themselves. You can get over the top designs, you can get very minimal designs, you can do more, you can get middle of the road, whatever you choose, whatever you see on the shelves. Yeah, I feel like it's very important to have something synonymous with your project that makes you want to like grab it and grab the audience's attention. Unless you're an established franchise, I guess you can just kind of phone it in. But yeah, these ones I feel like best represented the world of gaming. Love them all. You can always let me know down below what logos you think are the best. What are your favorites? Some that you want to see me rank. All that fun stuff. Also, don't bully me for my opinions on the logos of the games, not the games, okay? This, again, these are my opinions on the logos, not the actual gameplay, okay? Please. But also, if you like what you saw here, again, along with leaving a comment down below, you can subscribe and follow. All that stuff's going to be in the description. And yeah, until then, go design something and put it on a cover and let me rank it for you. Let me tell you what my opinion is on it, all your hard work in just a matter of seconds. Let me be the one to ruin your dream, you know. This lighting is really giving me like villain vibes. And you're still here? You can leave. I'm gonna just chill here.